Hello Twin Flames, this is Victoria and I'm here with your daily energy check. Let's get to the reading right away. Hope you guys are doing great, enjoying your weekend time. I'm surely am enjoying it, and as promised, today it will be more of a detailed look into what's going on for Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine Collective on the journey. So we are gonna get certain themes and questions and answers as we go along. So as I'm recording this, I still don't know where it's gonna go, but that's the fun of it, right? We'll find out where the spirit will lead us. And I'm gonna start as usual with an oracle deck. I'm actually getting, this is my favorite for a while now, the Cosmic Journey Oracle. I am getting a new oracle deck tomorrow. It's gonna be really cool. I want to use it specifically for Twin Flames, and I can't wait. So maybe I'll do the first reading on Monday, we'll see. Happy Easter weekend to those who celebrate in the Orthodox tradition. Let's see what we have for Divine Feminine first. I highly recommend this deck, especially to those who are looking to start the journaling practice, but do not feel motivated enough to just do the daily journaling without any structure or ideas or whatsoever, right? This oracle deck is going to be a big help. It's actually one of its intentions. It has special cards and it has some instructions on how to use them for specific questions or specific themes or topics to do automated writing on and stuff like that. So the feminists have got card number 26. The universe wants to co-conspire with you. I love this. What do we have for Divine Masculine? 33, master number. You are at the divine Y point. Love it. The Y point, of course, is telling us, is answering the question why, but let me read from the book so that we don't miss any subtle, insightful points. Whatever your biggest dream is, you've been handed it for a reason. And once you move forward, no matter how fast or how slow, you will be met more than halfway. The universe is your co-conspirator, waiting to partner up to make it happen. Our next level of conscious evolution is not competition, but synergy. Your role is to simply provide your greatest gifts for the greatest number of people, and then join with others who want to provide their own gifts in cooperation with you. As you share your dream, a clarion call is sent out for others to join you as mentors, allies, and venture partners. It almost seems too easy, but it's not. These divine cosmic appointments are already scheduled for you. Remember the whole idea that you're remembering, right? This is already written somewhere. You're just remembering. You're either in alignment or you're off minding your own business. For the masculines, the Y point. I think it's also fun that it's the Y point, the whole Y chromosome that only the masculine DNA contains. At each moment in time and space, there is a choice point. It has been called the divine Y by some of the sages. You are now at such a point. Where will you go, left or right? Each branch leads to new possibilities and in turn even more new possibilities. Sometimes it can feel overwhelming until you realize how to navigate with your heart. It's not just a Y, but a why, W-H-Y. What is your greatest why for where you're headed? Why do you truly want to evolve, exploring your greatest impact and contribution? Your heart is your GPS here, navigating the journey. And the good news is there is no wrong choice. You just keep getting rerouted and routed back again by your galactic guides, arriving at the same perfect destination in the stars. Beautiful. And I think even the message itself is just speaks so much to the DM journey, which is, more going through 3D experiences and karmic stuff, and not being as in tune oftentimes with what that intuition and what that heart voice is like, right? This is reminding us on the one hand that there is no wrong choice and wrong turn, right? You're gonna be rooted and rooted and rooted. The divine powers will be helping you get back on track anyway, even if you're taking a scenic route and a longer one, right? It's just gonna bring different kind of life experiences. And also that it's kind of important to stop for a moment and think why you are doing what you're doing. And of course, when you're at the crossroads, to remember whatever choice you're making, why you're making it. Because especially on the twin flame journey, it's never gonna be just, you know, rainbows and unicorns for a long time. There are phases like that, but it's not always like that plain smooth and you know, pink glasses kind of lifestyle. That's not why we're here. And of course, the more ascended we are, the easier it's gonna be for us to navigate certain challenging situations. But it doesn't mean that there will ever be a time where we won't have any, right? So it's even more important, because the challenges that we face are oftentimes on a much higher kind of adrenaline level, if you wish, to remember why we made that choice, why we feel that is important. And at the moment where it gets hard, not to blame ourselves, not to regret it, but remember that what kind of value it's bringing to us, why we agreed to it. And even if it doesn't work out the way we thought it would, at least to remember that, you know, you had a very good reason going that way. Let's put it that way. Okay, I'm gonna go to tarot now, and we're gonna start with the energy check, of course. So what do we have for the feminines? Ace of Swords. Yes, baby. I'm feeling that energy today, that I'm the Ace of Swords. What do we have for the masculine? I'm gonna pull some clarifiers, so of course. And I also have my small oracle cards with messages from Divine Masculine for the end of the reading. So stay if you're wondering what Divine Masculine has to say. We have the Sun for the masculine. That's beautiful, the happiest card in the deck. But I mean, even this one, look at this rainbow. Like, yeah, it has rainbow, it has kind of branches of a tree here, it has a green kind of lawn or meadow, whatever it is. It all seems very happy, actually. It's like a drawing by a kid, but like a happy one, you know. Okay, what else do we want to know? Let's ask, what is the next milestone on the journey for Divine Feminines? The Chariot. What is the next milestone for the masculines? The Fool. Love it. What else do we need to know about the feminine journey? What is important for... Oh, wow. I think it's for once, actually. Let me pick it up. Ta-da! Okay. Yeah, I'll pull some clarifiers for that as well. And what do we need to know? What do masculines need to know about their journey at this time? It's important to know, to keep in mind for their twin flame journey. Yeah, that was a lot, but I guess we'll keep it. The Magician, the Five of Wands, which we had yesterday, and the Two of Pentacles, which we also had yesterday. Okay. If somebody missed the yesterday's reading, that's a recap for you. It's gonna be a recap about the Divine Masculine. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Pentacles. So we are talking planning and strategy. Let's clarify Ace of Swords. Six of Cups. Let's clarify the Sun. Let's clarify the Chariot. Seven of Pentacles. Let's clarify the Fool. few cards here. Please clarify for Wands. Please clarify Magician, Five of Wands, and wow, the Sun. Have some repetitions, but it's cool. It's a mirroring effect. And the Sun is double the Sun for the masculine. It's also very nice. Bottom of the deck, Wheel of Fortune. So definitely you're at the divine Y point. Divine is watching and is co-creating this reality with you. So A, make it count, make it meaningful. B, ask good questions. And if you need help, ask for help. So many people forget about that, but please, please, please do. Especially if you're at the crossroads and you're not sure what the next step is. So, Divine Feminines. Ace of Swords clarified by Six of Cups. So this is the energy of cutting off the BS and focusing on what's truly important in life, right? Like this wonderful friendship and kind of innocent love I'm getting. Sorry guys about the trains, I have my windows open and yeah, you may hear the train here and there. It's this innocence that helps Divine Feminine, this innocence of heart helps to discern which relationships, which activities, which commitments really matter in their lives right now. And it's important to stick to those, to trust your voice, you know, to stay honest with yourself first and foremost. And it doesn't mean necessarily that you need to be breaking hearts of some people who are not going to make the cut. But at least you should be honest with yourself on where you're spending your energy, right? You can leave them be, you can kind of casually move away to something else. It's the key here is how you spend your resources, including your time, your energy, your financial resources, and so on and so forth. Intellectual. What do we have for the masculines? For the masculines, the energy is the Sun clarified by Queen of Cups. So they are also guided by the energy of love, but it's more of enjoying the moment and living in the moment for them. Remember, we actually talked about that yesterday, that they're reminiscent of both twins really, who are reminiscent of the happy times with the feminine, that they miss their feminines and they wish that they were together to create some new memories, right? So this is the kind of continuation of that vibe. They're feeling strongly that, you know, it's kind of like that feeling you have that where it's the mood where it feels like life is great. And you don't think too much about it, right? But on the back of your head, or in this case, DMs have their love there for the Divine Feminine. They're seeing them as this beautiful goddess right now. Beautiful, kind, generous, and inspirational for them with their heart chakra, with their heart center. They're feeling this connection so strongly. They may not realize it, but that's what's driving the whole joy and happiness over here. Hopefully that's going to make them, it's going to get them to make more loving choices for themselves at this divine Y point. Next milestone for the feminines, it's the Chariot clarified by Seven of Pentacles, right? So this is the next level of ascension I'm getting here. But it cannot, like here, it almost like moves in space somewhere, right? You can see it, it's like in space. At least somewhere in the sky. It looks very abstract to me. It's more of a kind of a concept than an actual road here, right? So what is being asked here is for the feminines to actually do have a plan. It doesn't have to have 100 bullet points in it and detailed timeline, right? But it still needs to have certain points, right? So what I want to do, right? Like, I don't know, I want to build a habit of journaling in the next 2 months, right? I want to open my business in the next 6 months. I want to learn XYZ skills in the next couple of weeks, right? At least I'm gonna look by the end of the month, I'm gonna find some good courses where I can learn that. Something of those, along those lines. It can of course be more 3D in terms of, you know, I wanna move to a different apartment because my roommate is driving me crazy, right? That counts as well, because it's going to contribute, right, to how your energy is spent and whether you are grounded or not. But that's a bit secondary. What I'm getting that a lot of you already have a plan for that. It's easier to plan. The more spiritual of a spiritual journey is harder to plan, but at this time you're asked to do some of that planning. And one of the reasons is to stay kind of on track and accountable for where you're going, to be able to acknowledge your successes and achievements, right? Because maybe, you know, for example, you decided that you're gonna open your business a month from now, and in 6 months, you know, you're gonna have 5 first clients, for example. And then in 6 months, all of a sudden you have 50 clients, not 5, right? That's gonna sound amazing. That's gonna sound like, wow, that's an incredible achievement. But imagine if you don't think about it and you don't talk about it. You're like, okay, I'm gonna open business. I'm gonna start putting the word out there. But you don't have that plan. You don't have those specific goals, right? It's not gonna be as tangible. And imagine you suddenly have 50 customers, right? It may not even sound that as amazing as it was compared to your plan. So, you know, it's kind of like doesn't have to be super mathematical specific, but it should still have certain structure to it. And then finally, the reason for doing that is so that your angels, your guides can help you on the way, because they will know what you're striving for. What is your definition of success? So they will know what, you know, it's kind of like when you're ordering at a restaurant, right? The chef in the kitchen needs to know what you want in order to cook something you'll enjoy for you, right? So it's kind of like that. So you're sending that signal out there. What does it mean for you to be successful, or to achieve more, to ascend spiritually in your own personal journey? It all counts, like I said. For the masculines, we have the Fool. This is their next milestone, the Fool. A leap of faith. Wonderful, right? Clarified by the Empress, the Page of Wands, I want to say, of Swords. Page of Swords and Strength. Yes, so they will be feeding off your energy, Divine Feminine, big time, of your inner strength and what you have achieved, right? They know they have a lot to learn about themselves, about this world, about what they want, what is the alignment for them. Even if they don't call it that way, that's the intuitive guidance, right? It comes from that. It's like a next step from that energy of joy and love, right? Then it's like this divine why point is asking them to take a big step somewhere, right? And they will need this faith and to take a leap of faith. This step itself, whatever they're gonna, you know, make in that commitment, like go in a certain direction, new direction that they do not have much confidence in, just like that, because it's something new and unknown. Even if it means commitment to themselves and to discovering more of themselves, or to healing certain things, right? It's a big deal. It's still a decision. It's still a commitment. And they will be inspired by the path of Divine Feminine. They will feel like a newbie in this. So, you know, big time. It's kind of like they will need, obviously, they will need the energetic support from Divine Feminine. But I'm also getting that they will be looking for some allies or some friends or somebody who will share this journey with them, who will be supportive, because they know that a lot of people in their surrounding are not gonna understand, or they will try to talk them out of it. So yeah, they'll need to find an ally who will keep them on track on the journey, even when it gets hard, or when, you know, other people will be saying, no, it's not you, it's a bad idea, it's not gonna get you anywhere. Okay, what else do we need to know about? So Divine Feminine needs to know something about union, about the biggest love of their life. And what do they need to know? It's five of Wands. Yeah, so to me, this is a reminder about the whole message of, you know, that you are already in union with your person in 5D. You're already there, you're one, you are sharing the same soul, the same higher self, you have a shared mission here, you are together. Separation is an illusion, but even when you get to the point where you accept that and you agree to that, you understand it, there will always be some karmic scenario that will have you doubting that. And that's part of the journey, it's part of the deal. That because this is unconditional love, you'll have to keep coming back to it and reassure yourself, that your conscious self, that this is still in place, this exists no matter what is happening over there, no matter what kind of unhappy situations you get into, or what you hear or what you experience about love and relationships, and maybe learning something about your DM. It's still there, nothing's changed. But the masculine, they need to know something about this happiness and joy. And what brings happiness and joy, I'm hearing. So I get here 2 of Pentacles, also 5 of Wands, and well, actually it's the other way around, right? They need to know about this, the karmic patterns versus the manifestation of a higher timeline I'm getting, right? Juggling between heart and mind, juggling these decisions of where do you go, right? Do you follow your friends and people that you trust as figures of authority, or do you trust your intuition and your own power and, you know, your inner compass? There is this constant question of choosing and almost like feeling in balance because you're not 100% sure what is the right choice every time you're choosing. And the trick to it and the answer to it is you need to make a choice in a state of joy and happiness. But it needs to be like a soul level happiness. Not like, you know, I like ice cream, I got an ice cream and I'm happy. No, this is like next level happiness. Get yourself into the place of happiness, or make a choice depending on what will get you into that space. And that's the trick, that's the challenge, right? That's the difficult part. To understand what is not the surface level happiness because you made someone else happy and you're happy. Whoa, people pleasing done. Check. What is making you deeply content? Just making you want to fly, want to sing, you know, that level of happiness. And that's how the choice should be made. And the more you exercise it in here, the easier it gets. It's like working out in the gym, you know? It's hard to start, both the, you know, to be consistent and because everything is hard and your muscles are sore afterwards, crazy sore. But it gets easier with time, both of those aspects, right? It's easier to make a choice, to hear your voice. It's easier to accept that it's something that is the right choice because it makes you happy. Okay, last but not least, I'm gonna pull some messages from Divine Masculine to Divine Feminine. See what's on there. What do they want to say from the 5D aspect of their journey, from a higher awareness? Anything else from Divine Masculine Collective? Okay, thank you. I choose you. It's beautiful. I think about you constantly. That's insane, but we already kind of knew that with that Sun card clarified by Queen of Cups. And I don't feel good enough for you, so I run. Yeah, so a lot of times, and it actually works like that for every person at some point, that because you may be asking, well, if you run and if you feel uncomfortable, where is that all that happiness coming from, right? There is a bit of a inner conflict there. But like I said, they're remembering the good times and they're feeling that with their heart chakra, feeling that happiness. As soon as their ego gets on top of it, and that's what happens when you know, it's one thing when you're, I don't know, laying in bed and dreaming about something, everything seems easy, right? From that perspective. But then when you get to actually communicating, meeting the person, handling all other people in your life who may be in the way of communicating with that special someone. That's a completely different story, and that's when ego joins in. And then that's when it gets hard, because apart from other people being a distraction and an obstacle, there's also the ego that gets into the head and says, I'm not good enough. No, I mean, look at me. What can I give her, right? And maybe especially so, they see in this contrast of divine feminine as a goddess, I think about you constantly, it's insane. And then they're like, but who am I? What can I offer, right? There is this inner conflict. So divine masculine definitely keeps following their journey, uncovering some new layers and patterns, and hopefully taking that leap of faith. And the feminines, yeah, just have that list of things you want to achieve in the next, I don't know, month, 3 months, 6 months. Don't go too far. I wouldn't go too far, but be specific enough so it seems like it's like to a certain degree achievable, but also that it's not too detailed, where you have some space for creativity and also for the universe to be bringing the best plan to you, right? Because you may not know what the best plan is. So keep an open mind. I'm telling that myself from time to time, because I'm one of those people who likes to stick to the plan and everything to happen exactly according to the plan. So, you know, sometimes it's hard to appreciate even when things turn out better than you thought. Or they're different and they're actually better, but because they're different, you don't always recognize that that's actually better for you. Anyway, I hope you guys followed that and it was useful for you. I love you all, and I'll be back with another reading tomorrow. Love you all. Bye.